So at the end of the previous lesson, I revealed to you a very powerful prompt that can be used for you to engage with ChatGPT and actually understand the type of digital product that would be the best for you to create. Now, one of the things that I'm potentially most proud about in my journey during these 6 past years as a content creator and online business owner is that I have literally managed to turn what I love, right, and my passions into my full time job. And it's actually not that hard for you to do the exact same thing. And you don't need to have, of course, like to make a full time living out of this or transition like completely as I have done, right, in this online business world. But it's super easy to actually turn what you love into a small digital product business. And that's exactly what we're analyzing in this lesson right here. In this lesson, I'm going to show you the correct principles that you need to take into consideration to actually create a digital product around something that you love and ultimately turn your passion into profit through digital product creation and AI, which is the reason why you enrolled in this course in the first place. This lesson is going to be more theoretical, but it's super important for you to understand, again, the parameters that you need to take into consideration in your mind to actually turn your passions into profit through digital product. So, how do you turn what you love into a product or a service, right? And let's analyze how passion becomes profit in this new digital age. So why does this lesson right here matter? And why have I added this small lesson right here before we start into actually outlining and scripting and creating our digital product? Your business will only grow if you actually enjoy what you're doing. You can create a digital product around what's the most profitable, niche out there and by serving people who have more money to spend. But at the end of the day, if you're not actually enjoying what you're doing and if you're not doing what you love, then what's the whole point of this? And if I can give you a tip here, is that the biggest, let's say, hack for longevity is actually doing what you love. Because when you do what you love and when you transact with people that you actually enjoy working with, you do not consider this to be work. You consider this to be fun and you can just work, all the time because it's fun, right? Passion keeps you consistent and consistency is what actually drives result. But not all passions are profitable, right? So let's align what you love with what people will actually pay for. Passion alone isn't enough, right? Just because you love something doesn't mean that this is a business. This is a profitable business that can scale. What you need to understand is that you need to overlap what you love with what you're good at and what people will actually pay for. If you manage to have these three overlap and find something that you love, that you're good at, and people will pay for, this is the sweet spot for your monetizable niche. So I want you to understand this. And whenever you're choosing your niche, and whenever you're choosing, the type of digital product that you're going to be creating, think of what am I good at? What do I love? And what actually people will pay for? And the final point of this, the what people will pay for, we will be talking about and we will be researching in next lessons of this course. But for now, I want you to actually sit down and think, what do you love and what you are good at? Because guess what? Now you have, let's say, a new starting point. You have a fresh starting point here. So why not start with something that you love and something that you're good at, right? And this is the ikigai of online business, right? Again, just because you love something doesn't mean that it's a business. We want to have this sweet spot right here, which is something discussed in, I think, Asian culture, which is the so-called ikigai, right? And it's a combination of what you love, what you can be paid for, what you're good at, and what the world needs, right? So, for example, you can see that things overlap here. What you love and what you're good at is your passion. What you love and what the world needs is your mission. What you can, again, be paid for and what the world needs is your vocation, right? And what you're good at and what you can be paid for is your profession. But the ikigai is the sweet spot of all. It's a combination of your passion, your mission, your profession, and your vocation. And this is what we want to tap into. So let's have some questions here to find your thing. What do people come to me for advice about? And I don't actually want you to use GPT to answer these questions. Take out a piece of paper and actually answer them by yourself. Why do people come to me for advice about, right? When do I find myself entering the so-called flow zone? The flow zone is this state where energy and time completely zone out. You don't feel tired, right? You don't feel happy. You don't feel sad. You're just focused on the task that you're doing because the task that you're doing is completely aligned with your passion. And it's actually proven that people who enter the flow zone the most tend to have happier lives. What have I figured out that others still struggle with? Right? That's an awesome question to ask you. And again, I don't want you to use ChatGPT to answer these questions. I want you to answer these by yourself with a piece of paper. We have been using GPT to brainstorm what we love and what we want to do and what we want to turn into digital products. But this lesson right here is, again, a bit more theoretical. What skill, what knowledge or obsession do I never get bored of? Right? What do I do better, faster, and smarter than most people that I know? You might gain some keywords from these answers right here. I want you to write them down, and let's move to the next set of questions. Right now, all right, I want you to note them down and have them in a piece of paper next to, again, your desk. So now it's time to turn this passion of yours and what you've brainstormed in this piece of paper into a promise, right? And again, as we've discussed in the previous lesson of this course, online content is information based, but online business is transformation based. Some examples. If your passion is fitness and you're passionate around fitness, an awesome promise that you can do is that you can help busy people get fit with 20-minute workouts, right? And that's transformation because they get transformed from, again, busy and unfit to fit. If your passion is design, the promise is that you can teach beginners to create viral Instagram posts, let's say. And this, of course, can be communicated through courses, that can be communicated through PDFs, and of course, through ebooks. That's exactly what we talked about in the previous lesson of this course, right? The medium that you use to communicate your information doesn't really matter. What matters is your core promise. If your passion is cooking, your promise could be, I show families how to eat healthy on a budget, which is like an awesome promise. So your offer is the transformation, not just the topic, right? Now, it's time to turn your story into a product. I want you to take this piece of paper again, the piece of paper that we used previously, and I want you to answer these questions right here around your personal story. What did you struggle with before when you were in point A, before you ascended into point B, right? What were you struggling with? What did you discover, right, that helped you move from point A to point B? What result did you get when you started trying, right? And can you break that result into different steps, right? This will be the base of your digital product, and this will also set awesome foundation for the marketing of your digital product. Because if you manage to turn your story into your product and you actually manage to visualize yourself when you were in point A before you ascended in point B, well, this is exactly where your target avatar and your ideal customer is right now. Right? You're lucky because your ideal customer, if you follow this framework of mine, will be your younger self. And this means that you will know exactly how your younger self feels right now, what your ambitions are, or what your ambitions were when you were your younger self, right? And you know exactly how to target them and how to double down in these pain points to make them, purchase your digital products, right? Now, the biggest limiting belief that I need you to understand, and probably the biggest limiting belief that you have right now, and the reason why you haven't already started creating digital products is that you think that you need to be an expert to do so. And that's absolutely not the case, right? What you need to do is that you simply need to be a few steps ahead of the person that you're helping, right? Most people want to feel relatable, right? They want to have an instructor that's relatable, not perfect. Imagine, for example, that someone's super unfit and he wants to start working out on a gym, right? And you can choose two instructors. The first one is literally Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's, let's say, a bodybuilder that has been practicing bodybuilding and gaining muscles in the gym since like the 70s or 80s. I don't know. And the other one is actually someone who was like not fit, like this ideal target avatar, right? And got jacked in, let's say, 6 months with modern principles and modern physics and modern workout, let's say, principles and conditions, right? Do you see why someone who had just 6 months to work out and has understood this framework is more relatable and potentially more valuable than literally Arnold Schwarzenegger's? The best teachers are often those who just solve the same problem recently. And that's your, let's say, unfair advantage here. So teach what you figured out, not what you have mastered. So the takeaway of this theoretical lesson right here is that your story is your strategy, right? And you've already lived through a transformation. You've already been in point A and then moved to point B. So now it's time to package that and help others go through it just faster, right? The most profitable products out there that you can create, regardless of, let's say the format of the product, if it's a PDF, if it's a course or an ebook, are built from personal breakthroughs. And those are the types of things that you need to understand, you need to move to the surface in order to create awesome digital products. So now we're done with this theoretical lesson right here. It is time to actually pack our product into 3 different offers, because a correct and a potent digital business has 3 different types of offers: your low ticket offer, your mid ticket offer, and your high ticket offer. So I'll show you how to take one idea and turn it into 3 scalable income streams: a low ticket digital product, a mid ticket digital product, and a high ticket digital product. So I'm super happy to have you here. I'm going to see you in the next lesson of this course.